Is up, guys, and welcome back to the comic shop. This is actually going to be part of the main video. Basically what I'm doing is going to be assembling the Halo energy sword. As you can see, I already have all the pieces together. Well, not together, that's what I'm doing now, but I already have all the pieces printed and laid out. So now it's just going to be connecting them and putting them all into one. So I'll start out with this piece. Can only get one shot. I already got each part that goes with its counterpart lined up. The good thing is I can do this from the inside, so I don't really have to worry too much about the detail. But I do want this to be closed up so no light gets through the gaps. Didn't have my solder line on hard enough. I'm recording this for the main video as well. Now it's giving me some stick. Basically all I'm doing is just getting the soldering iron hot and melting the two pieces right on the seam. So I got a couple more projects coming, but this is one that I'm trying to get going and replace the Blades of Chaos blades that I have. Those I am going to do again. But I want to change it up. What's going on with you guys? So we're working on the Halo sword, so just give you guys a little bit of a close-up. So I'm just melting and welding these parts all together. Like I said, this is going to be part of the full video. I hope you guys did like the Winter Soldier arm build as well. It looks like that's getting pretty good reaction so far. So that one took a little bit of time, but I did add like a lot of different techniques. Putting together armor is a lot different than just helmets. I give kudos to those who've made a full suit. So my biggest fear was that this would be real heavy, but I don't think it's going to be. So I'm making sure to put this together before I finish the build, so that way I can see if I have to do any kind of bracing or anything like that. The biggest thing is to make sure this lines up as perfect as possible, because I don't want any of the sword to not line up after all of this. I think in total print time, this probably all was about a day and a half for each part, including the handle. So it wasn't too bad. This file is from Adafruit. So they actually came up with, in the handle, you can actually put a PCB board in that to change up and affect the lighting. But as you can see, it's coming together quite easily. And this is why I always say, like in my videos, I don't like glue. I much more trust this than any kind of glue. It's quicker and easier. I'll probably still brace the joints with like a little bit of wood, like a smaller wooden dowel, just to make sure that these bonds don't break. I really don't want to do the outside, but I feel like I might have to. Food Noom, what's going on, man? Welcome to the comic shop. The other thing as well is making sure on the other side that it's level as well. So in this case, I kind of have to do this side just to make sure. This is like the part in the video you don't really see is me struggling. I don't want to do that. I'm starting to see like little burn marks. This piece is a little bit off. Trying to still adjust it while it's hot. That's one piece. Oh. This top piece, as you can see, it's just like a little bit off. I don't know if you can see that lump. But things like that, that's like, it's crucial. Trying to find a way. Sometimes it gets a little like challenging doing this by yourself. Like I need an extra pair of hands. I could use some clamps. I have some clamps, but I like to make my life a challenge. That should be good. This is all a part of prop making. Getting in some uncomfortable situations. These sides are really fighting me. And doing this, you kind of want to be gentle too because it's transparent. So like anything, any kind of burn marks or anything like that will definitely show through with the light. So I'm not too mad at that. Just making sure everything still lines up good. Has a little bit of weight once you add the other side. So that's why I said that's why I was doing this, so that way I can test for that. So I am gonna have to make some sort of bracing. So if you're in here now, you just got like a little sneak peek into the video. I'm gonna just lay it to the side. Let's start working on this head. I printed these straight up and down as well, so there's not really too much support material in the way. So that's why you're not really seeing me sand much of this down. But if you are soldering parts together, it is good to sand everything down so that way, of course, the pieces connect easily. This stuff is fun to me. It's fun to, one, recreate things from your childhood, and then two, it's fun to just see these parts come together as a puzzle. It's like things that you thought as a kid you could never have, you can now make. And there are people who use 3D printer for a lot more as well. I know people who make jewelry, some clothes. You guys are into sports, you've probably seen the 3D basketball, everything. So you don't just have to do what I do. Do what you like. And the LED lights, I tried it as well. I kind of like guessed on the scale. So I raised up like the height of this by I think like 10 or 12%. And I test fit the LED lights, perfect. It still closes. Like I said, that's gonna be a little bit more weight, so that's gonna be my main concern. It's like once you do the first piece, the second one starts to just flow. If you see me keep getting up, that's because I'm also recording this for the main video. that. Let's double check again, make sure everything connects. What do you know? Just like that. So that is that first part. Like I said, the weight isn't too much. Doesn't look like the joints have too much stress on them. Like I said, I am going to reinforce them. So I'll see if that means just lightly soldering on the outside, or if that means adding some like little wooden chips near the joints or something by the joints, like where I soldered, just to reinforce that. But as you can see, it came together pretty simply. I was tired of just like seeing all the pieces sitting aside, so I was just like, let me just finish this now and show you guys that. So that came together quite easily. That was not too bad. Like I said, the only thing right now that I do have to work on is just like that little lump on the first part, but everything else is smooth and spot on. So there may just be a couple kinks that I have to work out, but that's at least that first one. So I'll cut it there. You guys seen enough. For the rest of it, I'll show you guys that in the full video, so definitely make sure you stay tuned. And in the meantime, definitely make sure to check out this cool winter soldier arm build that I made. This one, like I said, I show a lot. I show how I use elastic strap to connect the arm. Not only the arm, how to do that with fingers, how to attach fingers, even a glove, magnets, a lot. So there's a lot that I have, a lot of techniques and a lot of new techniques that I have in that video, so make sure you check that out. That's the winter soldier arm. Stay tuned for this one because this one is coming up soon. Like I said, this is Halo's energy sword. That's one side of the blade. I still have the other side to put together, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. Besides that, thanks for hanging out with me in the live. It's BZ Comics. Peace. I will remember that. Thank you for that comment.